Welcome back to Bangtan World Channel. Could this be HYBE's most emotional documentary ever? Shocking whispers are spreading fast among ARMY, claiming that HYBE is currently working on a brand new project that will dive deep into the life of the golden Maknae himself, Jeon Jungkook. And this won't be your ordinary behind-the-scenes feature. The upcoming documentary is rumored to reveal the most personal, never-before-seen sides of Jungkook's journey. Insiders suggest that the film will include rare footage from Jungkook's childhood in Busan, the tough road to his debut, the highs and lows he faced as a BTS member, and his meteoric rise as a solo artist. Even more exciting, there may be exclusive interviews with those closest to him, family members, childhood friends, and his fellow BTS members, offering intimate perspectives on a side of Jungkook ARMY has never witnessed before. Speculation is also running wild that the documentary will capture how Jungkook is preparing himself after completing his military service, along with hints of his future plans in the music world. No surprise, social media is already on fire with theories, with hashtags like Jungkook documentary and Golden Maknae story trending on X and Instagram. If released, this could easily become one of the most emotional milestones in BTS history. Jungkook has always been a private figure when it comes to his personal life, and a project like this would finally peel back the curtain, making ARMY laugh, cry, and fall in love with him all over again. HYBE has yet to make an official statement, but one thing is certain. If this documentary truly comes to life, the world will see Jeon Jungkook in a way they've never seen before. The mere thought of it sends chills down the spine of ARMY worldwide. Imagine sitting in front of your screen, the lights dimmed, as the opening frame appears. A young boy in Busan running along the shore, chasing the waves with a bright, carefree smile. That boy is Jungkook. For years, fans have seen him as the confident superstar who dominates stages across the globe. But what if there's a whole universe of untold stories behind that smile? What if this documentary is the doorway into the deepest corners of his heart? The rumors claim that HYBE has been quietly gathering footage for years, documenting moments that even the most dedicated ARMY have never laid eyes on. From the tiny, shaky camcorder clips of Jungkook singing alone in his bedroom before debut, to the emotional nights when he sat in the practice room long after everyone else had left every second. Every tear, every triumph has been captured. And now they're preparing to weave it all together into a cinematic journey. Sources whisper that the project will not shy away from the raw, unfiltered moments. Fans might see the nights when exhaustion took over, the days when self-doubt crept in, and the private conversations where Jungkook questioned if he was enough. But alongside that vulnerability, there will be his relentless determination, his unshakable loyalty to BTS, and the fiery passion that has kept him moving forward despite the weight of the world on his shoulders. Some say the documentary will also reveal the turning points that shaped him, the exact moment he decided to leave his hometown, the mentors who guided him, and the setbacks that nearly broke him but instead made him stronger. And yes, there's speculation that it will include never-before-heard demos, unreleased songs, and behind-the-scenes clips from his solo projects, the kind that would make ARMY's hearts race. But perhaps the most anticipated part? Word is, the film will follow Jungkook's quiet preparations for life after military service, giving fans a glimpse of his dreams, his goals, and his vision for the future. Could this be the first time Jungkook openly speaks about the kind of artist and person he wants to become in the next chapter of his life? It's no wonder the entire fandom is in a frenzy. Twitter threads are overflowing with theories. TikTok edits are popping up with imagined trailers, and fan art depicting possible scenes from the documentary is everywhere. There's a collective heartbeat in the ARMY community right now, one filled with anticipation, nostalgia, and a little bit of fear. Fear that watching this will change the way they see Jungkook forever. HYBE has remained completely silent, refusing to confirm or deny anything. But isn't that silence suspicious? In the world of K-pop, silence often means the storm is coming, and this time, it might just be the most beautiful storm ARMY has ever experienced. So, what do you think, ARMY? Are you ready to cry, laugh, and fall deeper in love with Jungkook than you ever thought possible? Or are you bracing yourself for the moment when the screen fades to black, leaving you both heartbroken and inspired? Picture this. The screen transitions from grainy childhood, footage to the bustling streets of Seoul. The camera follows a young Jungkook, barely a teenager, carrying a backpack that seems almost bigger than him. His eyes are wide with wonder, but tinged with uncertainty. This is the moment he left everything behind in Busan. The comfort of home, the familiar laughter of friends, and the warmth of family, to chase a dream so big it could swallow him whole. The whispers surrounding the documentary claim that HYBE has access to unseen practice, videos from Jungkook's trainee years. In them, he's seen dancing until his legs tremble, pushing through exhaustion without a single complaint. Viewers might even catch the moments when the trainers pushed him beyond his limits, when other trainees dropped to the floor from fatigue, but Jungkook kept going, sweat dripping down his face like silent proof of his dedication. Fans might think they know Jungkook's story, the prodigy who became the golden Maknae, but the documentary is said to go much deeper. Rumors say it will reveal personal notes he wrote to himself during those years. Some allegedly read like desperate pep talks, while others carry words that could break even the strongest army's heart. It's not just about the triumphs, but also the loneliness, the sacrifices, and the heavy burden of being the youngest in a group destined for global fame. And then, there's the hidden chapter everyone is talking about. Insiders suggest the documentary will cover private turning points that shaped him as an artist. One in particular stands out: a late-night conversation with one of the BTS members that supposedly changed his entire outlook on fame and life. That scene, if included, could become one of the most talked-about moments in the entire film. The emotional weight won't stop there. Fans are speculating that the documentary may include deeply personal interactions with his family, perhaps the tearful reunions after long tours, or the quiet phone calls when he was struggling far from home. These moments, raw and unscripted, could finally show the bond that has been at the heart of Jungkook's resilience all along. But it's not just the past the documentary might explore. The future looms large. Multiple sources hint that a significant portion of the film will focus on what comes next: his aspirations, his creative visions, and the projects he's been quietly building behind the scenes. Could this documentary double as a preview for a new era of Jungkook's artistry? Could it be setting the stage for his most ambitious solo chapter yet? Social media is already treating it as if the release date has been announced. Army from every corner of the globe are preparing for emotional impact, some even planning watch parties in advance. Fan accounts are flooding timelines with theories. Will it be released in theaters? Will there be exclusive screenings in Seoul? Will HYBE drop a surprise trailer without warning? And yet the most tantalizing detail remains HYBE's silence. No denials, no confirmations. Just a deafening quiet that feels like the moment before a breathtaking curtain reveal. For ARMY, that silence is both maddening and magical, because it means the story, when it finally comes, will hit harder than anyone is ready for. So, when the day comes and the first frame flickers to life, will you be ready to step into Jungkook's world? Ready to see the boy, the man, the artist, and the human being behind the legend? Or will you be holding your breath, afraid of what truths might finally come to light? The scene shifts. The boy who once stood in a cramped practice room now walks onto a massive stage for the first time as part of BTS. The year is 2013. His heart pounds in his chest, so loud he can almost hear it through the roar of the crowd. Cameras flash, fans scream his name, and yet inside, Jungkook feels an overwhelming mix of excitement and fear. He is the youngest, the least experienced, and the eyes of the world are already on him.